Hey guys, Pete Peppers here, taking a look at the new game in the Farm Heroes um, series. I think it's going to be called Farm Heroes Super Saga. It's been out in the under the name of Eden Harvest. It might be some combination of those two, but I feel like there's going to be some reference to Farm Heroes in the name since it's obviously, like Candy Crush Soda. So um, all we see now when we look at the opening screen is Eden Harvest, so we'll see what happens. But I think it'll be coming out pretty soon. Actually, that's why I'm making this video now. There's 145 levels, and there's been a bunch of updates over the previous months, so I feel like the game's pretty complete at this point. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll this back. You can see the map's pretty cool. It does the scroll. We'll look at the game mechanics and talk about some things, and you can check it out and see what you think. I've never been a huge Farm Heroes player. I played it quite a bit, but it's never been my main game. I always kind of liked it though, and I feel like this is even cooler in a lot of ways. I mean, I'm sure people who have been playing since Farm Heroes was big when it first came out, probably might feel a little bit different, but they just made a lot of cool improvements. So you can see here we got to line up our matches. We have to collect. Most of them are collecting in Farm Heroes. So in this very first level, it doesn't even show the counter. I should have skipped ahead, I guess. But you see how it works. We match each time we collect. We get more towards our count, and once we get to 20, the level is complete. Right, so there we go. So not a whole lot new in that. This is new. Obviously, we have these prize crops, and you can see their numbers are on there. You make those. I'll show you how to make those in a second. But for this Showtime thing, which is like what was it called in the first one? It was called. Well, I can't think of it right now, but it was that you can collect extra. But here's the thing with the crops: is you see they have those numbers on them. So that's what we want to do is raise that number, and then we get to our collection totals faster. So I'll just skip up to let's see, level 6. See the flowers are back. We see flowers. We see haven't seen any eggs yet, but definitely some flowers. And they work exactly the same. And I see how the crops that were next to matches that I made, they get a number on them, so we collect those faster. So just kind of keep track of that when you're playing because you get the showtime a little bit faster that way. All right, so you saw. I was going to say that whenever you make a bigger one of a color that you don't need to collect, it just spreads out with numbers on the nearby ones. Just like the colors that you're not collecting, they don't get numbers either because you don't collect them. So if you make a square, here's how you do it here. This will be a one for a color we need, but you just make it in a square, sort of like the fish in Soda Saga or Jelly Saga. And then now this has 14 on it. And what's cool about this is that it doesn't lose its number. Like these numbers will go away if I don't make a match. Like watch these yellow ones. See how their numbers are gone? The big one will keep those throughout the rest of the game, so you don't have to match them right away to get that extra count. So there's that, and some other things that we see in this game that are cool. We have a squirrel, which I'll show you next, and we have to use him to collect acorns, and then you have the goat, which goes after hay, and you have to lead them around. And they're similar to the ones on the other, like in Farm Heroes and the higher levels where you have the animals and things. But I think it's a little bit smoother in this. I don't have enough experience to like compare it, but I feel like it's just easier to understand, or at least it was for me. It was more intuitive. So yeah, here you go. We got our squirrel there. He's a cool looking cat, and we're gonna bring this by making matches in that direction. We're gonna bring the acorn to him. And you can see, I forgot to point it out beforehand, but this is the other thing that's different about this game. When you have ones with leaves, and I'll show you that in the beginning. See how the leaves blow? Instead of dropping up and down like they do in a regular match 3 gravity, they actually, whatever way you make the match, that's the way your pieces move. So that's cool. That's a brand new thing for this game. So whenever you start the level, you want to see if there's leaves blowing around on there first or not, because that's how you'll be able to tell how the gravity's going to be. All right, so this will get it close. If you make a big match next to your squirrel or your goat, it'll make him like the goat, it'll make it jump on a square that's across the way, or with the squirrel, it'll make him stick his tail out a little bit further. So that's always a good thing to do. You can't collect any of the big ones here, huh? It's not important though. Rancid's a lot different on this. You can see he's not always around, but you'll see him hanging out down here whenever he is available. And he's not like a boss mode like he was before, where you have to beat him to move on. He'll just be somewhere. I'll show you that in a second. I'll show you the goat real quick though. He'll be somewhere you can go and play him, and like I said, I'll show you in a second. So here's our goat. He moves the same way that the squirrel does. He moves towards the match, and you'll see here, watch, he'll jump and take something out whenever you make a big match next to him. So that's always good. This doesn't have any leaves, you can see, so it's just a straight gravity. So anything we make to this side, he's going to go to, and then he'll post up for the next match, and then we can move him again. So like if we want to move him to this square, we can make this match right here, and he'll pick up that piece. And then like if we make on a leaves level, you'd have to like actually move this one left or right to left. But since it's not a leaves one, we can just go ahead and go like right here, and he'll still go that way. Because you can only go, they only go up and down. And that'll make him jump on our last one. So those are cool. Those are cool modes. Trying to think of what else is. I'll show you the thing in the beginning real quick about how the leaves things work. You also do get coins here, and there's this thing called the crops, or let me see what it's called, country show, I believe. Yeah, you have this down here, and you can earn coins. With the coins, you can buy. Let's see. You can buy these boosters through the shop here. These ones are the coin ones you can get. This one's a water bottle that it'll make a big crop, and this one will pull it up. So it's sort of like a shovel. I haven't used them yet. I'm on 115. I don't like to use boosters really, but I'm sure that'll come in handy for a lot of people. I know the shovels were really important in the first game. So, but yeah, here is see how the leaves blow across on this one. You can see that means it's a leaves level where things are going to slide, and the one I was just on, no leaves, no slide. So we'll look at Rancid real quick just to give you an idea. Then I'll finish this up. So he's up at the top. Your goals are the same. It doesn't affect, but he has these cans that are on the board, and when we make a match next to the can, it hits him, and that's what sets his bar going. You have to fill his bar, and then you also have to complete the level, or you don't get the points for it or the coins for it. So, if you finish the level, you still get progress for it. But if it's a new level, if you knock him out though and don't finish the level, then you don't get the coins anyway. So I think it's a pretty cool game. I think it'll be really popular, especially with people who liked it, like the original Farm Heroes. You can see that they made a fair amount of changes. I really like the leaves. I like those levels. The graphics have come along really well. It looks. I think it looks cool. I think the mechanics are really smooth. There's not a ton of new features in every episode like there are in some of the ones in the original game, but I'm sure over time they'll keep those up. One thing to think of there, you can switch the can, and you can switch the squirrel. Like when you're trying to move the squirrel, you can actually make him switch, and he'll move over for you. But with the goat, it doesn't work. So that's just a little thing to keep in mind. You'll pick up all that stuff as you go. Let's see if we can't take him out. I need to pick up some purple crops too, though. If you got any questions about the game, leave one in the bottom. Make sure you like it. We try to put out all these so you can get an idea of what to expect for the new games coming out from King. Subscribe to my channel. I'll be making videos of all these. I'm finishing up the levels now, and it should be out soon. I think. I mean, I can't think of another game that they made 145 levels for and then didn't release it soon afterwards. So hopefully, it won't be a really long wait. So you can see that since I finished early, he got knocked out. We'll just do the showtime real quick, and I'll finish it up the video. So like I said, please subscribe to my channel so you get more levels. Definitely leave comments if you need them, and like the video. You see we won our little prize here for beating him, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.